This practice is the Kripalu moon salute. It really focuses on lunar energy or energy from the moon. And this practice is really nice because you can absolutely go at your own pace and take as many breaths in each pose as feels comfortable. I think it's helpful to have two blocks or books or something sturdy that's going to help bring the ground closer to your arm. So if you have those props, go ahead and set them toward the center of your mat or your space. And we'll begin by grounding down through your feet. Feel how your feet are really the foundation for your body. Your feet are connecting you with the earth. Bring your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra or prayer hands. Press your palms together, press your fingers and your thumbs together. Feel the energy you're creating between your hands. Moving toward a steeple grip, interlace your fingers and your thumbs except for your pointer fingers remain pointing upward. On an inhale, press your hands and your arms overhead, creating nice length in your side body, reaching upward. Ground down through your right foot, and on an exhale, bend toward your right side in a crescent moon shape. And breathe here. On an inhale, come back up to center. Grounding down through your left foot. Again, on an exhale, bend toward your left side, creating that nice crescent moon on this side. And breathe. Inhale, come back up to center. Go ahead and release the grip in your arms down by your sides. Step your feet out wide. You can point your toes out towards the sides or leave them pointing forward or kind of at an angle, 45 degrees or so. Bring your arms up like goalpost or cactus arms, and on an exhale, sink down into a squat. This is a goddess pose. Breathe here in your goddess pose, feeling your strength. Continue to breathe. On an inhale, straighten your legs, straighten your arms, reach for a star pose. Feel energy extending out your limbs and the top of your head. And breathe. Moving to Trikonasana or triangle pose on your right side. Here's where it's handy to have a block or a prop on the outside of your foot. Point your right toes so that they are facing forward as you turn toward your right foot. Go ahead and plant your right arm either somewhere on your leg, on your prop, or down on the earth if that's comfortable for you. Trying to keep this front leg nice and straight, back leg straight. And on an inhale, you can reach that left arm high. You can leave your left arm at your hip, whatever's comfortable for you. And breathe here in your triangle pose. We're going to move to pyramid pose. So here's where it's handy to have two blocks or props, one on the outside, so one on the inside, one on the outside, and then shift your body so that you're facing your front foot, your right foot. You can place your hands along your leg, on your blocks or props, or on the ground for pyramid pose as you fold over your right leg. You can remove the props if you're using them and bend down into a lunge on your right side. You can leave your left knee lifted. You can plant it on the ground. Whatever is comfortable for you. And breathe here. Walk your hands toward the inside of your leg. Swivel your feet pointing toward the long side and come to a lateral or a right side lunge. You can plant your hands along your feet. Maybe you come up with Anjali Mudra. However is comfortable in your right side lunge. And breathe. Shifting toward the center of your space, bring both feet in and find Malasana or garland squat. So using your elbows to really push your legs open. Your elbows are on the insides of your knees. And breathe here. Send your right leg out to the side. Find the left side lateral lunge. Wherever is comfortable for your hands. And breathe here. Keeping your props handy. Rotate over to your left lunge. Keeping your right knee either lifted or lowered on the ground. However is comfortable for you. Frame your foot with your hands. If you're using props, set them up on either side of your left foot. Jump that back foot in and move to a pyramid pose, straightening this front leg. Fold over your left leg and breathe. Coming to a triangle pose, you can rotate your back foot so it's pointing outward. Planting your left hand on the ground, your leg or your prop, and gently reach your right arm up or keep your right arm planted around your hip. And breathe in your Trikonasana triangle pose. On an inhale, come up to stand, find your star pose. Straight legs, straight arms, energy coming out of your limbs and the top of your head. On an exhale, sink into your goddess pose. And breathe here. When you're ready, you can step your feet back to the center, grounding down through your feet, finding that steeple grip overhead. Ground down through your left foot first this time. And on an exhale, crescent moon over to your left side. Inhale up to stand. Exhale, crescent moon to your right side. Feeling grounded in your right foot. Breathe. Inhale back up to stand. On an exhale, bring your hands back to heart center, Anjali Mudra. You can repeat this as many times as is comfortable, going through at your own pace. We'll go through it together one more time. On an inhale with that steeple grip, send your arms overhead. Ground down through your right foot, and on an exhale, crescent moon toward your right side. And breathe. Inhale back up to center, grounding down through your left foot. On an exhale, bend toward your left side. On an inhale, come back up to center. Go ahead and release your arms by your sides. Step out wide and exhale into your goddess pose. Feeling strong here. And breathe. On an inhale, stretch into your star pose. Feeling energy in your limbs and through the top of your head. If you're using props, bring them over toward your right side. One prop goes on the outside, one goes on the inside of your right foot, and your right foot is pointing now forward. Your back foot can be out. And bring your right hand and plant it down on your prop, the earth, or your leg. For your triangle pose, you can leave your left arm on your hip, or you can stretch it up toward the sky. Breathe here in your triangle pose. You can play around with stepping your back foot in closer or farther back. Find the pose that's most comfortable for you. On an exhale, bring that left hand down toward the inside of your foot, either on the ground, on your prop, or both hands resting on your leg. And bend into your pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Start to bend your right knee, swivel your left toes, come to a right lunge. You can plant your hands on the earth around your foot. You can use your props here as well. And you can leave your left knee lifted. You can place it on the ground, wherever is comfortable for you. Walk your hands toward the inside of your foot. Swivel your feet so they're facing this side. Finding your right side lunge. And breathe here. Hop your feet toward the center. You can point your toes slightly outward and sink into a garland pose, malasana, this squat, yogi squat. And if this is uncomfortable, you can rest your arms on your legs up here, finding a different version of the squat, however it fits in your body. Sending your right leg out, come to your left inner lunge, wherever your hands are comfortable, and breathing. Bringing your props with you if you're using them. Swivel over to your left lunge, planting your hands on either side of your foot, keeping your right knee lifted or letting your right knee rest on the ground. And as always, breathe here in this pose. Go ahead and step your back foot in. Straighten your front leg, or kind of straighten your front leg, and frame your foot here, resting your hands on props, on your leg or on the ground. And exhale into a pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Finding Trikonasana triangle pose here. Begin to straighten or kind of straighten this left leg if you haven't already in your pyramid pose. Plant your left hand either on your leg, your prop, or the ground. And your right arm can rest on your hip or can come toward the sky. Breathing here in your triangle pose, Trikonasana. On an inhale, finding your star pose, arms and legs really stretching out. Your head is nice and tall, feeling length in your spine and the back of your neck and all your limbs. Breathing here in your star pose, feeling how expansive your energy is. On an exhale, sink into your power in your goddess pose. Go ahead and walk your feet back toward the center, grounding down through your left foot, finding your steeple grip overhead. On an exhale, bend toward your left crescent moon. Breathing here. Inhale back to center. Ground down through your left leg. Exhale into your right crescent moon. Inhaling back to center. Exhale your hands, prayer grip or Anjali mudra. Thanking yourself, allowing gratitude for this practice. And thank you for practicing with me. I hope you enjoy the Kripalu moon salute.